front page news to every sneakerhead, even the hypest beast. It all started with, do you got my size and need? It's just front page shoes. Yeah, it's just front page shoes. Yeah, welcome to front page shoes. Check the news, this is front page shoes. Now we got a ton of kicks, only got funds for kicks. Never say I'm done with kicks, I'm just having fun with kicks. Couple of these, few of those, doubled up cause those are cold. I'm trading these, I'm stocking those, I'm flipping these and I'm rocking those like whoa. Yeah, been sneaking around since 20-some. Get down on Sneaker Jeopardy, if you stick around you might learn some. Just a couple of OGs, probably rocking some OGs. Look down like OGs, them joints from like 03. It's just front page shoes. Yeah, it's just front page shoes. Yeah, welcome to front page shoes. Check the news, this is front page shoes. It's just front page shoes. They checking in cause this is front page news to every sneakerhead, even the hypest beast. It all started with, do you got my size and need? It's just front page shoes. Yeah, it's just front page shoes. Yeah, welcome to front page shoes. Check the news, this is front page shoes. Now we got a ton of kicks, only got funds for kicks. Never say I'm done with kicks, I'm just having fun with kicks. Couple of these, few of those, doubled up cause those are cold. I'm trading these, I'm stocking those, I'm flipping these and I'm rocking those like.
Yo, what's good, everybody? It's your boy Aaron. I'm excited for this. This is a little more informal. Shout out to everyone who's tuning in. We're going to go ahead and share this on our IG and all that fun stuff. Anyways, thank you for everyone that's tuning in. I appreciate you guys. We got my boy Haas coming in. I'm going to bring him up to the screen. What's up, Haas?
Yo.
A little introduction of yourself.
Oh, yeah. What's good? I'm Haas. If you don't know me by now, which I'm pretty sure you don't, I host a podcast called My First Kicks. I literally just use sneakers as a through line to have a conversation with people every week, every Friday. And then I've been trying to put more videos up on Tuesday. But we'll see how consistent I be, man. I don't know how you do it, Aaron. I don't know how you do it. Video editing is a problem.
It's tough, bro. Like I tried to, I've been trying to like I've been looking at YouTube strategies of like just filming long form content and then just breaking it down into little pieces. But it takes a lot of time, bro. I don't think people realize like how much effort it goes into it and posting consistently and all that. Like this is my like office where I shoot everything and it's a mess, man. Like it takes a lot. Like my top 10 sneaker of the year video took me about like 4 hours to edit. So
yeah.
And that's after shooting and, so it's a lot, man. But it was dope. You
were a guest. Just, don't forget, you were a guest really early on, and now I'm up to episode 100, and this week 103 is dropping. But episode 100, bro, I had Dave Ortiz, the creator of the Nike Air Max 90 Bacons.
Bro, you're doing big things. I see some of your guests, and I'm not familiar with sometimes with them, but I'll click on their page. I'm like, yo, Haas is doing his thing. Like that's dope, bro. And the fact that you're over 100 episodes, like that's a milestone. Not a lot of people like get you, bro, because the consistency is what kills people.
No, yeah, all right,
let me see if Dawson's ready to be brought up. I think he's good to go. Dawson, what's good, bro? Give us a little introduction.
What's up, y'all? I'm Dawson Beard, @iDawson Beard on all social media. Been collecting for 4 years, so I'm still relatively new to the game, but got a lot of knowledge about sneakers up to this point, and I just really enjoy collecting. I enjoy the culture, and I'm glad to be here.
Yo, we got a crazy story about how we even met Dawson. You want to hear? So we were our first year at Goody Two Shoes doing 12 Days of Kicksmas.
Mm-hmm.
We went to the store that we always partner up with, and we were filming like a promo, just like trying to film a promo for 12 Days of Kicksmas. And Dawson was there buying some shoes. And so we just started talking to him like, yo, we're doing this. We're actually giving away free money to this store. And then that's how we that's how we met Dawson. So it's been dope. He's been in it every year. So appreciate that.
Oh,
Yeah.
that's fire.
Fair warning right now. I like once in a while you guys just go completely quiet, and I've had to figure it out. So if I leave, luckily, that's why.
All right. So here's what we're gonna do. I have a list, and then if you're in the comments, you can add to this list too. But I'm gonna show you my current list of shoes before we even start. What I want is for you guys to tell me, what am I missing? What shoes should be on this list or deserve to be a part of the conversation?
I
So
already
we'll go through what,
I was already got a couple. We gotta add on there.
all right, which ones you talking?
Casino Air Max 1s.
Oh, okay. They're a top 10 shoe for you?
I mean, they're in the conversation.
In
It's
the
such a
conversation?
gorgeous shoe, man. Like for an Air Max 1, you know, because like I get like the pattas and stuff like that. I see pattas on your list, but like I have a friend that one of my good friends has a pair, and I thought these were just like kind of whatever. And then once I saw them on his feet, I was like, nah, man, I struck out. I should have just copped. It's one of those.
Okay. Okay. All right. Haas, you had another one?
You got the Tom Sachs. You got the Tom
Yeah,
Sachs.
I got the Tom
I got-
Sachs. Which ones, Dawson?
The Philly SB Dunks.
Okay, we'll throw these on there. That was a good like little
I like the pack.
yeah, that's a cool
One of
little
the-
pack, Nike.
One of the most underrated shoes because like not only are the materials really nice, but also like the details in the back of the tongues. You had the Philly cheesesteak on the back of one, and then the Liberty Bell on the back of the other, and it was just an insane shoe. I didn't think it got as much love as it should have.
That's a good shoe. Yeah, the Dodgers were a good one too. I actually have the Philly SBs. I hit retail. I hit on sneakers for those, so I like those a lot.
I remember you hit me up asking me what's a good baseball.
Oh
field
yeah.
to take
Well,
some
as a Mets fan, I do not
Oh,
like
no.
the Philly SB Dunks.
well, as a Giants fan, I'm not a fan of the Dodgers dunks. So
Yo, I got exclusive access. You know how Nike was doing that exclusive access for the SB Dunks at the end of the
Yeah.
year? I got the Mets one, and I was so disappointed. I'm like, come on, bro. All the
Oh,
ones
you
I could
couldn't
get.
message me, bro. I couldn't get the shoe. I've been dying to get that shoe.
Oh, I
man.
should have hit you, bro. I should have hit you,
Yeah,
bro.
man.
All right, let's take another minute. Any other shoe that you feel like should be on this list is not? Okay,
Let's see.
Brian with one. Hidden
Oh.
XT4. Solomon Hidden XT4. That was a good shoe. That was a
It
good
is.
shoe. I'll throw that on there for you. Hidden XT4.
Nah, I'm not gonna say it because like I thought
No,
it was a good shoe.
Say it, throw it out
Say it.
there.
No. Because personally, for me, the Air Trainer 1 chlorophylls, but the material on it is not as good as I thought it would be. So it's not a top 10 shoe. But like bringing it back, it just hit all nostalgia hits for me.
Word. All right, let me show. All right, so we go with this list.
Mm-hmm.
So how I think we should do this is I think we should just go through. If two or three of us believe it's a top 10 shoe, we leave it on the list. If we can't get a majority, we scratch it off, and whatever we end up with, we organize into a top 10.
Got you.
All right. Y'all already know how I feel about this one. The top one, Lost and Found Jordan 1. Is this a top 10 shoe for you guys?
absolutely.
Yeah, sadly, yeah.
Oh man. All right, so it stays on the list. For me, it's a no. I don't think it's a top 10 shoe. I think it's like right outside the top 10, but bro, it's
What
the
about it?
Chicago one.
But what about it takes you out of like the experience?
I
of
just
that
think it's
shoe?
a retro. Like I appreciate the Lost and Found Jordan 1, but I'm like, man, we had so much new stuff come out or things we haven't seen retro in 30 years, 40 years. And I just, man, what bugs me, all right, I'll say this out loud. This is the first time I'm saying this publicly.
Okay.
I hate when people are like, oh, it's the shoe that started it all. And I'm like, it was not. Before the Air Jordan 1, you had other shoes that Jordan played in and Jordan wore and that were popping in the NBA that really started it all, right? Like it's a good shoe, but I don't know. I'm
But
gonna
Yeah, I
stop
mean,
right there.
I,
Just so
I
can
feel
cancel.
you on that because it's not a performance shoe. Like, I think it's like it was supposed to be a performance shoe, and Jordan strictly just said, "No, man, these things kill my feet." But like, what one of like that shoe to me, because we haven't seen a Chicago colorway since 2015, and 2015 pair was when they broke off of Nike to be Jordan Brand by themselves, right? So now we're getting that full retro verse on it, right? Because we're getting the hints of the story that they're telling us, but I think people are biting into the story that Nike has told us that we need to be believing, and it makes that shoe a little bit more grandiose. But as a person who's been collecting sneakers for years, I appreciate the Chicago one, and I wanted it just because I never had a pair. So to me, it's why it makes the top 10.
That's a good. I mean, it's a good shoe. I'm not hating on the shoe. I just
Mhm.
I feel like we just had so much. We just had so much for Chicago. All right, but it's in. Two of the three of us had it on, so it's in. All right, next up, the Tom Sachs boring shoe. I'm gonna give that a
Yes.
yes.
That's a
Yeah.
yes.
Yeah.
All right, unanimous. That's staying on. All right, next up, Joey Freshgood New Balance 993.
No.
I want to say yes for now.
That's a yes. That's a what? That was one of the craziest New Balances of the year.
No, yeah, agreed. These are the 993s are the three different colors, right? The pink,
Yeah,
mint.
the pink
Yeah,
was like
yeah,
a friends
yeah.
and family.
Okay.
Mhm.
But like, okay, so I love what New Balance is doing. Like I like how they're finally kind of like the last couple of years they've been doing their thing, breaking into the culture a lot more than they used to. They've really started focusing on like the streetwear aspect rather than like the kind of like performance basketball like they were doing with Kawhi for like before then, and then also they were kind of known as like the dad shoe brand, right? So it became as kind of they kind of started coming into their own as far as like, okay, we can also do this. But when it comes to all of the releases of the year, when it comes to what Jordan and Nike consistently put out every single year, it is so hard for any other brand to compete as far as what is going to be the top 10, top 5 sneakers of the year. Like it's going to be really hard for me, like being such a huge Nike and Jordan fan. It's going to be so hard for me to see any other brand really as like that kind of like that top tier echelon, that upper echelon of shoes in a single year. It's like, I love the New Balance shoes. I love the look of them, like, but I just can never really see myself putting them in a top 10.
Yo, I think it's hard though because Nike continually disappoints with quality. Like that's the hard part. Like you've never seen someone on the internet dragging New Balance for their quality.
That is true.
Like they'll sell shoes at similar price points, right? Like 220, 240, but not a single person. I mean, maybe you have, but I haven't seen anyone dragging New Balance online for quality. So that's something, there's something to be said for that.
Yeah, I definitely agree that New Balance has top tier quality along with Asics, and a lot of these brands that definitely pride themselves in material, while Nike is just trying to appease the masses. So we could see the difference of delivery and what in their creations. So like what I think Joe Freshgood has always done, and I think he's going to continue doing this, is he continues to use light colors that always blend with each other, so that whatever fit you put with one original Joe Freshgood, you can also do with another. And I think that's what is a lot of the basis of his designs. So I think that when it comes down to any Joe Freshgood collab, it's more about the actual model, right? And so the 993s are great, but I hated the 9060s or whatever. What is it? The 6090s, whatever they're called.
Yeah.
Because that model is just so bulky and gross. But like these are sleek, and they're definitely a lot easier to wear.
Yo, what's it called though? All right, so we'll keep those in 2 or 3 of us, our rule, and I'll put a photo in there if it's a shoe that maybe people won't be aware of completely, just so we have something to reference.
Mhm.
All right, next up, the Jordan 1 High Georgetown.
Yes.
No, Haas,
Mm-mm.
it's not a top 10. It's not in that conversation.
It's a great shoe, in my opinion, because I held it in my hand the other day, but it's like it misses me. Like the colors are cool, but it misses me with the concept. Of like, all right, we get it. Like there's Patrick Ewing, he beat Patrick Ewing. like it's all like odes to players that went there versus like an actual story that relates to Jordan.
Yeah, I can see that. But I think, bro, if we look back to last year at this time, this was super highly anticipated. Like when people, when they said they were bringing this shoe, everyone was hyped for it. And so I
Yeah.
feel like it dropped so early in the year that we forgot about it.
Mhm.
But I'm going to vote yes. And so we're going to keep it on here for now. All right. Next up, Salehi Bembury Crocs.
No,
Hell
no,
Dang, really?
it's
We're
not a
taking,
sneaker, man.
no.
Is it? Is
Crocs.
not.
Crocs happen. Never.
Crocs deserve their own top 10.
Yo, I guess I gotta give Salehi credit though, because he took this like clog trend that was happening. He didn't start it or anything, but man, he did something cool with the Salehi Crocs. But I'm gonna vote yes, but because I'm the only one that voted yes,
Replace those with the Salehi New Balances that dropped a couple weeks ago.
Crocs deserve to be in the bottom 10 of 2022.
All right, let's jump right into the Salehi New Balances. Are they a top 10 shoe?
No.
I really enjoyed those, bro. I'm gonna say yes, actually. I think it battles the Joe Freshgoods, to be honest.
Dang. I love Salehi. I love everything Salehi does, but I'm gonna go with a no. I don't think I think it was a cool shoe, but it was a 990 V2.
Yeah.
I feel like those colors. I mean, I don't want to kill the 990 V3 and V4s, but bro, if he would have done that with a 990 V6, like the brand new model, I think those colors would have hit different. So,
but it was like I feel like that shoe is more like it's a model that he hasn't touched before.
Yeah,
right? You know, he only did the
other. Bro, put those colors on the 990 V6, and then New Balance can sell that 990 V6 with that. They drop this new model, and then you drop a Salehi collab right behind it. Come on. All right, but it's off the list. We're gonna go with the Jown New Balance 990 V3. Is this a top 10 shoe of the year? Guys, we're showing New Balance no type of love today.
So my thing with Jound is that what they do is basically what J. Crew did with New Balances, which is take I want to say like classic colors, right?
Yeah.
And use like either like a matte or a suede, and then just cover the whole shoe in that one color. I don't think they really put much thought into it, in my opinion.
In my opinion, if you give me a top 15 or a top 20, both the Jounds and the Joe Freshgoods are going to be in that range. They're probably going to be in the top 15. But like I just can't in good conscience put it in a top 10. That's just for the purposes of what we're doing. I just can't do it.
Guys, we're not putting these in the top 10?
No.
Dang. All right.
Like Jound does great shoes though. Like I can't like their color schemes is very dope. Like, but for a top 10, I feel like there's other shoes that are gonna be up there.
All right. I'm gonna give it a yes. I think it belongs in the conversation. Did I have it in my top 10? No, but I think it belongs in there. My honorable mentions list would have been crazy. All right, so
we have this list.
We have this list. All right, next up, the A Ma Maniére Jordan 4. Is that a top 10 shoe?
Yes.
Yeah.
Wait, Haas, you hesitated. You're not sold on the A Ma Maniére 4s?
I like the 2s better, to be honest.
Ooh.
Wow.
I think I would take if I had to pick, it would be the 2s over the 4s, and the 4s are my favorite model. So like, yeah, I like. it's what sells me to nudge it forward is the message that the the message that the fours were purveying about opening up lines of communication in our society, in the world of being a person of color in these day and age, or like talking to like messages. I mean, spread like awareness. I think that was dope.
Yeah.
But like when you look at that shoe, it's definitely just like the rivet on the sides. There's like some touches I would be all right without, but the overall the shoe is definitely gorgeous.
Yeah, pretty much any Ama Manier shoe is going to be in talks of sneaker of the year, at least in the top 10, because like Ama Manier, ever since the threes last year, they've taken classic Jordan models and have just transformed them in such a way. Like the storytelling behind them is great, and like their causes are great. Like the way that they did it, the drop on the Ama Manier website, like they're like, in order to get in line to check out, you had to like put in like a social issue that you were in. Like that.
Yeah, that was like, just to get the. I was gonna say that was just to get the to get a chance to get the pair.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's what
Brian with the hot take. Only the threes and the fours were good.
I like the twos, Brian. I like the twos, man.
Oh man.
And let's not forget about the ones. The ones were good too.
I thought the ones are slept on. But what do I know?
I like any Jordan that have the open on the laces.
Yeah.
Word. All right. So I think it's a consensus. They belong in the top 10 conversation. Yes. This one I had to put on here. This is one of my favorite releases of the year. The Jordan 1 Low Bleach Chloral.
You got to copy and paste on that one real quick because I don't even know what that looked like, my friend.
I say no, but they're a great shoe.
Bro, these are Haas. This is let me enlighten you real fast. Bro.
Let's see. Oh yeah, these look like the Art Basels belows.
You see that crack leather, that pink, bro. These just went like these are just fire.
That's a no for me, dog. I mean, just for the list, but like overall list, that's a no. But I'm not putting. You can't put that in the top 10, bro.
We can't. Why not?
Well, one, it's a low. I can't see myself putting a low in the top 10.
Wow.
I'm just not a big fan of Jordan 1 lows. So,
dang.
But you're right. It's a great shoe though.
Dawson, what are you thinking? Top 10 shoe or no?
I love the shoe, but it's not a top 10. I love the shoe. I caught a restock on them myself, and I've worn them a couple times, and I love them. Like I think there should be more pink men's releases. Like the girls are usually the only ones who get like pink. So when I saw this and I missed out on the first release, I was really disappointed. And I was actually really close to paying resale on them, and then right around the time that I was thinking about it, they restocked on Nike.com, so I got them. And I don't regret it at all. They're even better in hand. I love them.
Man, this is a good one, but I'm gonna go. I can't put them on the top 10 list. I think they deserve to be.
Are you hyping me up? Make me think I was thinking the wrong thing.
I gotta be objective though. So, all right, guys, I'm interested to see your take on this one. Le Art that I can't say it, and Solomon
Automobile
and Solomon Pro Advance. I'm gonna pull up a picture of these because
it's a yes for me already off the bat.
Oh man. All right. What are you thinking, Dawson?
I'm not even quite sure what those are. Hold up. Those look like Skechers.
Oh no. Oh what? No.
Like Skechers and Air Max 95 had a baby.
Not the Skechers Air Max 90s.
Oh,
that's it. We
Oh
Solomon
my
friendly here.
We're oh man, a Sketcher and Air Max 95 had a baby. Oh, dang. All right. Haas, yes or no?
Yeah, that's a yes.
Say yes for me too, dog.
I
All
think
right. So
learn.
Dawson,
I was gonna
huh?
say yeah, but like learning more about the shoe as well, like it made me appreciate it as well. But like yeah, that ACS, I've always wanted a pair of ACSs for a while, and that's just that gradient on the purple and pink or purple blue pink pair is just crazy. I wanted them when they dropped.
Yeah, nah, these are fire. These are fire. So Dawson, you're gonna have to talk about them a little bit more here in a little bit. But
Mhm.
all right. Next up on the list, we got the Huff Dunks. Are these a top 10 shoe of the year?
Which one?
The pack. Let's go
The
with
whole
the
pack.
pack.
I mean, it's a mystery, so
Yeah.
Well, no. But the San Francisco ones,
what? The New York ones are fire too.
sure. I like obviously I'm a little biased, but
Yeah.
like I don't know. The San Francisco one stood out a little bit more to me. I don't really know why. I just like them a lot more. I guess it's just because I'm a.
Oh, we know why.
Yeah, but yeah, like those a lot more, especially with when you tear off the outside, it has like that orange and black tie dye. I think that looks a lot better than the tie dye on the other ones. So I don't know if it was if we were talking about just the San Francisco one, it might crack top 10, but because it's a whole pack, I gotta say no.
Okay. Haas, what are you saying?
Yeah, this is actually, I would honestly put this as my SB of the year, to be honest.
Wow.
Because, well, I'm super biased because one of my grails are the Huff High SBs. I've
Okay.
always wanted a pair, and so when these dropped, I tried crazy to get them, but I was the most raffles I've ever put in. But as a size 13, your chances just go down as like, like so.
Yeah.
I wasn't able to get a pair, and I just like I've always been a fan of Huff. Keith Huffnagel is like just like watching him shred like back in the days was always killer for me. So like I have just like so much appreciation for this shoe and what it meant and what it means, especially to the skate community. So that is why I think this shoe is like, and they did a couple tribute dunks as well, but that's why this shoe is number one in for SB for me, to be honest.
Yo, so
yes.
I'm gonna agree with you. I love, so obviously he's a legend, and rest in peace, Keith Huffnagel, and I like the fact that it was honoring both places he was from, right? I like that. Obviously, he's born and raised in New York City, and then moved out to San Fran and got his whole career going. But I love just the whole, like, how often do we get a mystery release, right? And like you don't know which one you're getting until the shoe actually arrives, and then a peel away layer where you can see. And then I think just each shoe, like the New York one having the skyline, the San Francisco one, I love the Keith Forever on them. Like it's just, so I'm gonna go with yes. So it's gonna stay on for now, and so let's keep it rocking, fellas. All right, Jordan 7 Trophy Room.
No.
Is that a top 10 shoe?
No. If it was just the box, yes. Because that box was fire, but that shoe was not it.
You guys didn't like it?
No, man.
It gives me.
It gives you Olympic 7 vibes, you said?
No, Nike ID vibes.
Oh my god.
Whoa, Dawson with the hot takes today.
Like somebody was trying to make like an Olympic or like a USA.
Oh man, Nike ID vibes.
Yeah.
Marcus Jordan hit up the Nike by you, was like, here you go.
Like from the first like images, like when the images first dropped, I hated them. I didn't like them at all.
Dang. All right.
Like
I'm
the
gonna go
story
yes.
is cool on it, and I think the box is just fire. But yeah, man. But like this is me talking as like a graphic designer and a fan of
Yeah.
graphic design. So like I'm always gonna love a good box. But yeah, that color scheme on that model was a no.
Sheesh. I'm like complete opposite of you guys. I love that shoe. I thought it was one of the best shoes of the year. Like I love that the materials on it. I loved, man. I was a big fan.
I can't wait to see you
But
style it.
yo, you know what's crazy though? Did you know that the Marcus Jordan got the date wrong on the shoe?
No, for real?
Yeah, it's kind of crazy. So the date on the shoe is supposed to be the date of that game, you know, like the
Right.
private game that took place.
Mhm.
The date that's imprinted on the shoe is actually wrong, and you can just Google it and it'll show you. So I don't know if Nike was just like, yeah, like we're already too far into production, like everyone's
Probably.
in their pairs.
This entire time
Or
he's probably pushing that date, and he was just like, "Yeah, it's
yeah,
that was the date. Nah, that was the date." And he didn't even bother to Google it.
bro. The worst part is like his dad is literally Michael Jordan. Like, yo, just call your dad. Like, it's not even like you have to play telephone and ask a bunch of people. Like, bro, your dad is literally Michael Jordan, bro. Like, just text him, yo, dad, when was the game? Like, you don't have to. You could hear it firsthand. Like, anyways, all right. So we took that off the list. Moving on, I put these on the list just because I wanted to, you know, diversify the list and give some other brands an opportunity. But End and Saucony had a collab. The fried chicken. I'll get a photo on here. But if you do know the shoe, is this a top 10 shoe for you?
Yes.
Or no?
Yes, sir. This I think is
Oh,
definitely Saucony's best release this year. And then trailing behind it is the space, whatever the space one is that dropped 2 weeks ago. But this shoe is freaking fire. And I think once they do, I guess, I mean, if they do another version of the food fight Saucony's and they incorporate this as well, like that, I mean, or what, like, it makes me wonder what's going to be the next food items that they do, because they love doing, you know, the food drops. They had the food fights and then the burger joint, and yeah, this one is fire.
Yeah, I'm torn on this one because, like, fried colorway, like when you think of that, like it should be this. Like they executed it absolutely perfectly. And I've actually become a little bit of a fan of the Saucony brand. I think they're doing good things. They're just like New Balance. They're just kind of coming into their own, doing their thing, and it's really well, and people are really liking it, including myself. But for the purposes of this top 10, I don't know. Like as far as like in the interest of like diversity in the list, I feel like it's a yes. But in my heart, I know that I wouldn't be telling the truth if I thought it was top 10.
that's fair. That's honest.
Yeah, I got it.
I feel
You
like
gonna
if
go
I
with
was,
no?
I feel like I would push this harder if I was able to get a pair, but I wasn't able to get a pair, and I didn't want to pay I ordered from End one time, and I think the shipping was like $40, and I was like, all right.
Crazy. Yo, I've tried to order from End, bro, and that site is impossible, bro. Like, you can't support it on principle. Like, that site is impossible. You go there, like literally, you click, you can't put nothing in the cart. Like, it's just a mess. But I want to say something about Saucony though. I love that Saucony's always the first brand to give a new designer a shot. You know, like I know Nike like the pinnacle, but I think it's dope that Saucony, like if you follow any designer that's like on the up and up in the sneaker space, they almost always get their first shoe with Saucony. And I love that. Like I love that they're willing to put money behind new designers and kind of give them a canvas to work with. So I want to praise Saucony for that, because that's super dope. Like I know J Tips just got a Saucony shoe.
Yeah, I've seen it, saw it. It's a very crazy shoe. I wonder how well it's gonna do when it drops.
Yeah, so I just think that's dope. Like anyone who's coming up in sneakers, get a design. I really like this shoe. Like the materials look fire and crazy on it. So I'm gonna give it a yes because I feel like it's dope. Other brands do stuff like this, so let's give it a yes. All right, we're about halfway down the list. Let's go with the Comme des Garçons and Nike Air Max 97 Glacier Gray. I'm gonna go with a no, and the only reason I'm gonna say no on this one is because
that price point?
Oh my gosh, bro. CDG price points kill me. Like, what was it? 2 years ago, they dropped the Air Carnivores and they wanted what, like 300 a piece?
Yeah,
for
it was
them
like 350, I think, or something like that. Yeah,
bro, for a pair of Air Carnivores, like, no offense, like I love that shoe, but 350, bro, I can't. Like, this was probably like 300 plus for a pair of Air Max 97s, bro. I couldn't do it. So it's a no for me, dog.
When they and they look great. Like the shoe looks amazing.
Fired.
Yeah.
But bro, that's the same problem I have with Babesta. Is like I would buy a lot more Babesta if it
was a reasonable price.
Yeah, if Babesta Air Force is retailing for $350, nah, I can't do it, bro.
For patent leather, you're paying for that supreme that cow is in patent leather.
Dawson, what are you thinking, bro? Yes or no on the CDG Air Max 97s?
I love Comme des Garçons. I love what they do. And obviously I love Nike, but this collab is not it. Nah.
All right, it's off the list. All right, fellas. Let's get to this one. I'm interested. What are your opinions on this one? Because I know mine.
So, you go ahead, Dawson.
This is number 11.
Number 11?
Yes, this is number 11. I appreciate what Nike still puts out the Off-White collabs even after Virgil passed away. But at the same time, we've seen so many Off-White Air Force Ones that it's just kind of, to me, it's kind of played out at this point. Like I see like the rumored pairs, like the tan pair, the maroon, the red with the black sole, like they're all cool. And, like I'm still gonna try for them because they're sick. But like I am just kind of like, when it comes to new and unique sneakers that I consider for a top 10, top 5 kind of list, like I can appreciate the idea behind it and I can appreciate the hype or whatever, but at the end of the day, like it's nothing that we haven't seen before. So it's just not that unique to me. So it just barely makes it out of my top 10.
All right. Haas, talk to me, bro. Haas.
So if we're gonna be, let's see. So everybody's talking about how the Louis Vuitton Off-White collab Air Force One should not be on anybody's top 10 list because it wasn't able to be made. You weren't able to, it wasn't attainable, right? I love that damn shoe. I went to the exhibit and it just gave me a whole other appreciation for every single Air Force One that Off-White collaboration that Virgil worked on. Like that exhibit just like embodied and made me love that shoe. So it became like, I thought it was a valid reason to put it number 1. This shoe, the Brooklyn, is such a freaking fire pair that if we're gonna have to be able to pick one or the other to make this top 10 list, I would pick the Brooklyn pair because it was attainable and because like I wasn't able to go to the movements. I still have to because I mean it's still around until January, but I'm gonna make my way there. But the idea of like, I mean, I wasn't like an art kid growing up, but like going to museums for college and stuff like that, like how exclusive it is to be part of that. Like this shoe embodies that, and going to Brooklyn Museum and being able to have a pair that sits there and you have a piece of a museum history is just, it makes that shoe definitely a top 10. So yeah. That green is fire also.
This is the shoe of the year. All right. This is the number 1 shoe of the year. This is the best shoe that dropped this year, hands down. A little bias in there. But this is my number 1 shoe of the year. So it's staying on the list. 2 or 3 of us shoe of the year. So,
Oops.
all right. Let's see. All right. Bad Bunny, Forum, Buckle Low. I
The
think
blue
in the
joints?
interest of time, we're just gonna give thumbs up, thumbs down,
All right.
yes or no.
Thumbs down.
Thumbs down. All right. I mean, I put these on there just because they did sell out. Resell's kind of crazy on the Bad Bunny forums, right? Like they were a pretty hyped shoe. And I feel like those are really the only Adidas releases that do well, you know, like not even trying to hate on Adidas, but it's just it feels like those are the only releases that do well. So all right.
was cool, but not anymore.
Yeah. All right, let's see. We're going next up, the Prada Nike Air Max 1 Next Wave White.
Did this even drop here?
It did. Oh, I don't know. I think it was
Wasn't it EU exclusive?
it might have been, but you could get it here, I think. Like I've seen people get pairs from the Prada site, so maybe.
I don't like the white pair, so I'm gonna say no.
Oh, and then Dawson says no.
No.
I love
To
this
be
shoe.
honest,
This
my
was
favorite pair is the blue pair, so that's like
bro, I thought this white pair was probably the cleanest pair. So all right, so it's off, but it was on my top 10 list. All right, this one. I'm curious to see what you guys think about this. The Travis Scott OG or the low reverse mocha.
No.
Haas is a yes? Haas,
Yeah.
plead your case, bro, because I already know which way I'm leaning. I already dropped the reel on this, so you know how I feel about this shoe. So make your case, bro.
So like I don't bite into the Travis Scott hype, but I thought
Okay.
it was just to be honest, I just like lighter colors. I'm a fan of just before the chat comes at me, but cream colorway. Pause. I like beiges. I like that. So like to me, this was actually like a better colorway of like to me, I like the khaki sixes, right? As like that's my favorite out of the whole bunch that he's put out. So like yeah, it was, but that's just like colors for me. I like it.
For me though, I don't know if this is really like a hot take or not, but the reverse mochas don't make it, but the Black Phantoms were my number 10.
Woo!
Oh, it looks like people in the chat agreeing with you. Black pair should be on this list. Ooh.
Yeah, because it's different. Like like Travis Scott, like what is he known for? He's known for the earth tones, the browns.
Yeah, browns.
Yeah.
The only thing that really strayed from it that was like a general release, not like friends and family or whatever, was the fours. That was like the Houston Oilers colorway. Other than that, like you get green and brown, and that's it. So like to have a little bit of a change up in the all black colorway was just kind of refreshing that like Travis Scott can do something else with Nike other than like an all this like brown or green. Like here you go. Like everybody's gonna obviously love that every time because that's like his iconic look. But at the same time, like to have that kind of change was nice. So I had to include it on my list.
All right. It's going on the list for us to discuss. Travis Scott, I do not think they're a top 10 shoe. So that's 2 or 3 of us. Same reason as Dawson. Like you've seen him one, you've seen them all. For Travis Scott, I feel like, and maybe I'm a little bit of a hater, but
I mean, I have none. So like, and I'm never gonna. I already just conceded to like I will never have a pair. So unless Cactus Jack himself was like, yo, I'm gonna jump on your podcast. Here's a pair. Like that's probably the only way I'll get it.
All right. These ones, I don't anticipate you guys, but I might be wrong. I put them on here again just to bring some variety to the list. But the Joe Freshgoods and Van Style 36, the honeymoon stage is the 3-pack that Joey Freshgoods dropped. Is it a top 10 or no?
No, not even my Vans of the year either.
It's right on up there with Croc. It'll never be.
Oh no,
Vans make some crazy heat, bro. Get out of here.
Oh no, what? Dawson's full of hot takes. Dawson is full of hot takes today, man. All right, let's see.
That will never
Next up on the list, we got the Kith and New Balance 990 V3 Daytona. I know this was a retro,
right?
So I know this was a retro, but I just, Kid did some good, cool stuff this year. They just dropped their Solomon collab, right? Yo, honestly, I'm not gonna lie. I low key am like jealous of Ronnie Fike. That dude is living like his childhood dream. Like he literally has taken his influence and has done everything he wanted. He's like, you know
Word,
what?
Yeah.
I grew up wanting the locks to to like perform. I love the locks, so I'm gonna use them in my campaigns. Oh, good point by Brian. It's not really a retro. It's the same colorway on a different shoe.
Yeah.
What was the first one? Do you remember what the first one is?
I think it was a 9. What was it? 60? What was it? 9. What was it? It was the United Arrows pair. That's what he did. He did it over. Or are you talking about the Kith
These ones
New
that
Balance? Let me see. The
Brian probably knows.
1800s.
Oh yeah, it was, 1900 something like that. Yep.
Yeah, 1600s.
I guess not really a retro, but same colorway, just on a different shoe. But either way, I think it's a no from me. You guys agree?
Yeah,
Yeah.
no for me. Like I like that colorway, but I always shout out to Morgan. I have Morgan Sneaker Room on TikTok, but this is also his top 3 pickups of the year. And it was the other pair, I think. Yeah, it was the whatever that was called. But that's what he picked up, and I was just like, man, it's just not for me.
All right, I'm gonna go with you guys. Next up on the list, the Off-White University Gold. So not the Brooklyn colorway, but the University Gold colorway. What are you guys' thoughts?
I didn't realize those were 2022. I swear those came out last year. Wow.
To be honest, I'm not a fan. I just think it's too bright. Like
The yellow.
Yeah, the green was more of a subtle green. Like it was kind of bright, but not bright. But like this yellow drop, and I could see I think the hype around it was a lot more than I thought it was gonna be, because I thought this was a lot more exclusive. Like, wasn't it supposed to be like a secret drop for around like MoMA or something like that? And then it just didn't happen, and then they just dropped these on yeah.
You know what? I think you're right, Dawson. I think these were a 2021 release, so I don't know why I thought it was this year. So
let's look it up.
All right,
Spam L's in the chat.
all right. Let's talk these next ones. I'm just gonna go shoe, and then we say yes or no, and so that we can start like Nike Dunk Low Dornbecker. Yes or no?
No.
Top 10 shoe of the year. Nope. Down Babestas.
No.
Mm-mm.
Air Jordan 2 Chaton Rouge.
No.
Yes. No.
No.
The Union 2s are definitely the better of the 2s that drop.
Orange Lobster SB Dunks.
Yes.
No, I'm gonna go no.
Ooh. I don't think they were a top 10 shoe of the year. I don't think they were a top 10 shoe of the year, so I'm gonna go with no.
Understandable.
All right, this one hasn't come out yet, but it's anticipated in a couple of days. The Air Jordan 2 Chicago. This is a yes or no, fellas?
No.
I'm gonna go with no. Not a top 10. Dawson, what do you think?
No.
Okay. All right. Conversations Among Us, New Balances, Joe Freshgood. He wasn't the designer, right? But he was like the creative director behind it, right?
Right. Yeah.
Played a role in it. But they're not technically a Joe Freshgood collab.
I dig them. As you know, they're my color, so that's yes. That's a yes for me.
That's a yes for you, Dawson. That's a no.
No.
I liked the 2002 R, but I wasn't a fan of the 550, so I'm gonna go with no off the list. I don't know why it may change into Casino, but Casino Air Max 1. Yes or no?
Sneaky, but let's go no. I'm gonna go no.
All right. Philly SB Dunks.
No.
Yes.
Yes, I'm gonna go with no. Not a top 10 shoe. Solomon and Hidden XT4.
These are super fire.
No.
These are dope.
But I'm gonna go with no.
No, Dawson.
No.
Okay. Off the list. All right. The late comer to the list. Travis Scott Low 1 Phantom. What we thinking?
Yes.
I mean, I was gonna say no, but that's it. Yeah, I got it.
Yes, let's keep it on there. All right, let's see the list we come down to. I think, do we even have 10 shoes on here? I think we only have 10 shoes here. So this is our list. Let's see. We have 10. We have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Look at us.
This is right on the dot.
Right on the dot. The 10 shoes of the year. All right. How we feeling about this list?
If we gotta order these, that'll be tough, man.
Oh man. I think we could leave it at a top 10. What do you guys think of this list? So we have the Lost and Found Jordan 1, the Tom Sachs Boring Shoe, Joey Freshgood New Balance 993, the Jordan 1 High Georgetown, Ama Manier Jordan 4, L'Art de l'Automobile Solomon ACS Pro, Huff Dunks, and Saucony Shadow 6000 Fried Chicken, Off-White and Nike Air Force 1 Low Brooklyn, and the Travis Scott Low 1 Phantom. That's a pretty solid list.
Yeah, it's the most diverse list I've ever seen. Everybody, nobody's been this diverse. We got like almost all brands on here.
Is there a shoe that you guys feel like we forgot to discuss that absolutely should be in consideration?
Fire Red J3s.
The Fire Red 3s.
Yeah,
that's a good one, but it's a retro. So I gotta say no on that one, because if not, I'm being hypocritical.
Okay. I say yes, but
it's a good one.
It's my number 7 on my list.
All right, cool. So this is our top 10 list. Let me hear your guys's from 10 to 1. Let me hear your guys's list.
Oh, I mean,
I want to hear him.
Late for me, Brain Dead, Reebok Shacknosis.
Oh, okay. The Shacknosis.
Them joints are fire.
All right, Dawson, give us your list, bro. From 10 to 1, what is your list?
All right, Travis Scott, 1 Low Black Phantom.
Number 10?
Yeah.
Okay.
My number 9 is actually one that I feel like we forgot to discuss, the Kobe 6 Mambasita.
Oh, I've seen that on a lot of lists.
My number 8, Nike Tom Sachs all-purpose shoe. Number 7, the Fire Red 3s. Number 6, another one that we forgot, Military Black 4s.
Oh, okay. I just felt like, all right, this is going to sound super bad and hope I don't get canceled for it. But I always feel like anytime a shoe, it's the Military Black Jordan 4 became like a panda dunk for me, right? Like I felt like everyone who doesn't even know what shoes are all of a sudden needed a pair of those, right? Like you walk into a Claire's, or you walk into like if you're walking through the mall, you're going to see a million pairs of Military Black Jordan 4s. And that's why I was a little put off, but I think they're a good shoe. Cough.
Oh.
So that's a good one. All right, keep going, Dawson.
And then, okay, so we're getting into my top 5. Number 5, the Georgetown High 85 Jordan 1s.
Yo, that's actually the highest I've seen it on a lot of people's list.
I mean, Georgetown colorways in general are just underrated because you really only see Georgetown colorways on PEs.
Yeah.
Like you see it on the PE 4s, the PE 1s, like the 5s. You never really see it on actual like GR retros of any kind. So I really like that they did that. Number 4, the Philly SB Dunks. I was really disappointed that neither of you, but
What were all the shoes in that pack? It was a Philly,
Dodgers, Mets, Giants, Phillies.
Mets, Dodgers, Giants. Was it 4? I think it was those 4, right?
I think that was it. Yeah.
And then, okay, so now top 3, the SB Dunk Orange Lobsters, number 3.
I'm not mad at that being a top 5 shoe. I feel like that's a good shoe. But I feel like Nike SB had such a good year. And again, I feel like I'm just like repeating myself, but there's so many shoes that I really like. The Skate Like a Girls. I like the message behind them. I really like the Why So Sad.
Love the Why So Sad.
Just a bunch of SBs that dropped this year. For me, it was hard to be like, this one stood up. And I think I'm like repellent of hype. Like I just anytime a shoe is ultra hyped, I'm like, pause the break on them. So but it's a good shoe. I'm not mad at that being a top 3.
Yeah, I just love the concepts collabs with Nike and the SB Dunk. Or like the purple lobsters, the orange lobsters, obviously, even like the ones that nobody has, like the green lobsters, the yellow lobsters, like those, they're all great. Like I love them. And orange being my favorite color, obviously. These are going to be high on my list. So, number 2.
I think you're right. Concepts. If I was like a millionaire and had unlimited bread, I would go after the lobsters like collection.
100%. So number 2, the Air Jordan 4s.
That's a good one.
Like I just love the Alma Airs in general. Like last year, the 3s were my sneaker of the year. So, like, I just think that, yeah, it's just a great shoe. Like it speaks for itself. And then sneaker of the year for me, like I told you briefly on the Kicksmith live stream,
Lost and Found Jordan 1.
Lost and Found, man. Like
that's like a consensus, though. That's not a bad pick.
Arguably the most iconic colorway of any shoe. Like everybody recognizes what this is, and like when you think of like a sneaker of the year, like go back like since I started collecting, like I literally wrote this down. Since I started collecting, 2018 was the sneakers of the year according to Complex. Were the Travis Scott 1 Highs. 2019 was the Sacai LD Waffles. 2020 was the Black Off-White 5s, and then last year was the Alma Munir 3s. So like when I think of all those, I think that they were shoes that kind of brought something like ultra unique to the table. Like like the Travis Scott was obviously his first collab with Nike. The Sacai's were a completely different silhouette. Like it was like recognizable silhouettes, but they put them together in a way that everybody just loved. The Black Off-White 5s were kind of outrageous in the way that they changed the design so much. Like I think that was really what set them off. At Munir 3s, obviously they're still doing collabs with them. That's what started the collaborations with them. And then this year, when I was thinking of my sneaker of the year, it was more so like I couldn't think of really any shoes that really stood out to me as far as like, oh, this is something we've never seen before. So when I considered that, I started thinking, okay, well, I was starting to think of like what is the most like what were people excited about the most? What really got people really back into their love of sneakers? Like really started to kind of like for me, it brought back memories of in 2018 when I first started collecting. I realized how much I had missed in the years past. So 2015 was obviously a big regret that I had missed that, the last Chicago retro. And then, of course, with the Last Dance documentary, it was nearly impossible for me to get them. So when a retro comes out and you're able to get them, it was by default sneaker of the year for me. Like it had to be.
Mm-hmm.
I think that was probably, like, objectively speaking, the most anticipated release of the year.
100%.
Like, I think hands down, like, if we look at 2022 as a whole and we think like we think of shoes, I think the Lost and Found Jordan ones were the most anticipated shoe of the year. I think once people saw the images leak and so I'm mad at that list. I'm not mad. That's a good list. Haas, you ready, bro? Or you want me to go over mine real fast and then while you finish yours up?
No, I mean mine's is ready. But
right,
I just
let's do
forgot
it, bro.
the name of the ACS.
Okay.
The Lart. How do you say it again? Lart. Like
L'Art de
L'Art.
Bro, I took French in high school too, so I'm super disappointed in myself.
No, I was trying to because like I could read it when it's out, but I just wanted to write it down. L'Art de what is it again?
L'Art de moto automobile.
Freaking car dealership.
Brian says to say L'Art.
A damn car dealership has a L'Art de Auto. All right, here we go.
Bro, I should show you this real fast. So on and in the top 10 video, I was showing Brian this. It took me literally, bro, like 10 tries to say it, and I still didn't get it right. Like it's so bad. I'll let you go, bro, and then before I share mine.
All right, so at 10, I got Brain Dead Shacks, as I was saying before. Like, so I didn't know about Brain Dead until I went to Complex Con, and their booth was just crazy. Like, they have some of the most dopest shit, and then to find out they were dropping a Shacknosis on top of that is sick. It's just, like the shoe itself, top 10 shoe. Like, if you're the first time you ever seen it or heard it, definitely go look at it. I think it's like, I don't even think it's reselling for much, but definitely check it out. Number 9, the Union 2's Rattan colorway. That is like my favorite two that dropped this year. So definitely number 9. 8, Supreme Dunk by any means necessary. Well, no, not what is it? Is it by any means? No, it's whatever the Supreme Dunk in the Brazil colorway, but I forgot the name of the.
Is that a little bias though? Is that a little Brazil bias?
Yeah, it is. I mean, it's my list. What do you want to do? Is it by any means? Let me see. Yeah, it is by any means. I wanted it, couldn't get it, and I think I know somebody that works at Supreme, and they didn't even help me out. So yeah, I still want it. 7, the Huff SBs, as I said before. This is, I wish I was able to get this shoe as well. But yeah, it's an ode to my grail, so it had to be on this list. Then 6, L'Art de Auto ACS. Shoe is fire. 5, Joe Freshgood New Balances, the 990 V3s, right? Yeah. Mint colorway only.
Ooh.
That's my favorite colorway. I wanted a cop, but your boy was broke because Complex Con took all my money.
Yeah. That's wild. Complex Con, because you're based in New York, right? And so to fly out, Complex Con was what, in Long Beach?
Long Beach, yeah.
Yeah, so flying out to Complex Cons, a place to stay for the weekend, like
that was free.
Complex Con tickets.
That was free as well.
Okay. Well, you all right,
you know, like I definitely had those comps. And my boy, I have a boy that lives out there, so that's what we was doing.
Oh, nice.
Save as much money, but like spending, like buying food, you know what I mean? Like it's like, and buying all these, I bought so much clothes, like then 4, Alma Munir 4s. Then 3, Lost and Founds. 2, the Concept Air Max 1s in the purple. Ooh. And that was my favorite. That also, the special box was killer. I tried so hard to freaking get it. I haven't been able to get anything from Concept since the Salmon A6. So like it's been nothing but L's. But that shoe was crazy. I love the way that they did odes to different generations of music. And so like taking it back to the 60s, I think that's that pair. The purple pair is the 60s, I think. But yeah, that is just the crazy thing is that it feels like it dropped last year.
Yeah.
And then you're like, what? It was this year? So yeah, that. And then number 1 is the Tom Sachs GPS shoe.
Oh wow, it's your number 1 shoe of the year.
It's my number 1, and I'll tell you why. Right.
Okay.
So when it dropped in June, right, I was very hyped because it was a shoe that just looked like, oh, this is just to wear. Like, this is just for everything. You don't need to do like there's like it goes with everything, right? And so I tried really hard to get them, couldn't get them. The yellow ones dropped, couldn't get them, right? So then they redid that re-release, and I was able to get a pair, right? So this is the
Nice.
only shoe that I own on this list. But like what I love about it was that there were people who were really like into the construction of the shoe and would break it down. And like, so I was just seeing just like months after wears, like wearing the Tom Sachs shoe for a month, right? And so like
Yeah.
just showing that this is just a shoe that's made to do what you want it to do, right? And it's able to be like, all right, say if like the waffle sole comes off, the shoe is built so that you can re-glue the waffle sole on it, right? Like it's
Crazy.
literally just like NASA's like mechanical engineering put into a shoe.
Yeah.
And like people are not going to understand it until they actually put it through its test of your life. But yeah, it's made to like, you're supposed to just have one pair and you're supposed to just rock with that for the like however long it goes. So yeah.
That's dope. That is dope. All right, I gotta show you guys this if you haven't checked out the video yet. But I was trying to let's see. Pronounce this, bro, and I couldn't. It's not playing. So
You
let
have
me
like
see something.
Oh
real-
man,
a blooper
I
reel.
know. Let me see. Let me see.
technical difficulties.
I know. I had it up and loaded, everything. Let me see if this works easier.
There
Oh,
we go.
let's
I'm your
see.
boy Aaron, and this is Top.
You got the whole intro, bro. It's hard to come up with different intros.
Listen, the way I start my podcast
Not
is the same
exactly what you
every week, man.
This one's different. This one is one.
Let's see.
Not any other. All
right.
L'art de l'automobile.
He's trying to go in with the.
L'automobile Solomon ACS Pro Advanced. My friends are probably watching this.
You were not happy with that at
L'art
the end. I saw
de-
that face.
L'art de l'automobile and Solomon Pro ACS Advanced. Anyways,
It was a journey, but you got there.
Yeah, it was there, but I didn't. But anyways, fellas, thank you so much for joining me and doing this. I appreciate you guys just hopping on. Definitely want to do more of these lives, and so I'll definitely be hitting you guys up.
Yeah.
Everyone that tuned in, thank you guys so much. Appreciate you guys. Haas and Dawson, I'll let you guys do like a little sign off if you want to tell people where to follow you, all that fun stuff. But I'm Aaron. Thank you guys for tuning in.
Yeah, Dawson, go ahead.
Yeah, guys, thanks for tuning in. Follow me at @DawsonBeard on IG and Twitter. Not on Twitter much, so probably just IG. But yeah, it was a lot of fun. Aaron, thanks for having me on, and it was great meeting you, Haas, and
Great meeting you too.
a really, really good discussion. I enjoyed it.
Yeah. And I am your boy Haas. I'm at Who Is Haas on all social medias. Follow my podcast. You know, I talk about sneakers every week with a guest. Sometimes I have a thing that's called Kick Talk Volumes, and we literally just go over 3 pairs that we think people should be into. And I bring on a guest for that, previous guest that's been on. But usually I just have this podcast. It's called My First Kicks. You can follow it on all social medias at My First Kicks Pod. If you're watching this at any time and you have a My First Kick story, and that means just like, you know, that pair that got you into wanting to collect, you can email me your story at myfirstkickspod@gmail.com, and I'll read it on the air while you can listen me read it to a guest and have our reactions to the craziness that you went through. So yeah, hit me up, you know. Thanks for having me on, Aaron.
Appreciate you guys. Everyone, have a good night. Peace.
It's just front page shoes. They checking in cause this is front page news. To every sneakerhead, even the hypest beast. It all started with, do you got my size and need? It's just front page shoes. Yeah, it's just front page.